Alright, there's Derek here with MTG Lounge, and I'm going to be doing a deck tech of a deck I made on, it's a standard deck right now. I think James is going to make one, and then we're going to play them. So, seen the card Impact Tremors. When a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. And I got 4 of those. That's pretty much what the deck is built around. I just seen the card and wanted to try to build around it. It's kind of a casual deck. Those are the kinds of decks we like to play with. They're fun. Not so much like the tournament decks. Just play with some of these random cards. But so that right there is the focal point. And then 3 Outpost Sieges. When it enters, you choose Khans or Dragons. And in this one, you generally choose the Dragons. When a creature you control leaves the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to target creature or player. And you got 3 of those. Because it costs 4, you could maybe, depending on, maybe put another one in. So you got when they enter the battlefield and then when they leave the battlefield. So basically you're going to be doing all your damage. You don't even really have to attack. Any attacking you do is just extra. So then you just have all these cheap creatures coming in. I got 4 Dragon Fodders. You get 2 1/1 Goblins. So if you got, 1 Impact Tremors out there, that's 2 damage, and then the more of those you got out there, obviously, the more damage you're going to do. So 4 of those, and then 4 Hordeling Outburst, and you get 3 1/1 Goblins for 3, and 4 Secure the Waste. 1 Plains and X, put X 1/1 White Warrior tokens on the battlefield, and you can do that at instant speed as well. So that way late game you can get a ton of these tokens out there. You get the Tremors out there, the Outpost Siege, and you just get a bunch of these warriors out there. Got 4 of those, so got 12 cards that produce tokens, multiple tokens. Then I got some removal here to kind of buy some time. Got a couple Fiery Impulses, deal 2 damage, 2 instants or sorceries in the graveyard. It's going to do 3 damage, and with all these instants and sorceries in the deck, more than likely you'll have that. 3 Exquisite Firecrafts, 3 for a sorcery, 4 damage to target creature or player. If you got 2 or 3 or 2 or more instants and sorceries in the graveyard, can't be countered. And that's to either deal with the creature or to get in that last bit of damage that you need to go directly at the player, because the Fiery Impulse is to creatures only. So 3 of those. 3 Valorous Stances, mainly to deal with creatures, just because you kind of need to buy some time, because all you have is little creatures, and this will help you deal with big creatures. And if they're playing something that doesn't have a lot of big creatures, this is something you can maybe side out. I mean, you could give a creature indestructible if you want to chump block and keep your token, I guess, for whatever reason. But 3 of those. And then 4 Silkwraps. When it enters the battlefield, exile target creature, mana cost 3 or less until Silkwrap leaves the battlefield. So that helps you deal with smaller creatures. And we got 4 of those. And then 2 Suspension Fields. When it enters the battlefield, exile target creature, toughness 3 or greater. So a couple more of those to deal with creatures. And then 2 End Hostilities, destroy all creatures and all permanents attached to them. And 2 Descent of the Dragons, destroy any number of target creatures. For each creature destroyed this way, its controller gets a 4/4 red dragon token with flying. So basically the combo is, you get the Tremors out there in the Outpost Siege, you make a bunch of tokens, and you can either destroy them, so they're going to do damage when they enter from the Impact Tremors, or they're going to do damage when they leave from the Outpost Siege. And then if you do the Descent Dragons, they're going to do damage when they enter from the Tremors, and then they're going to do damage when they die from the Outpost Siege, and then when the Dragons enter the battlefield, they're going to do damage from the Impact Tremors, and then you're going to have bigger creatures. So that's more of the finisher. So that's why you want all these kind of removal spells, or spells to buy you time to get to the End Hostilities and Descent Dragons, and to build up the Impact Tremors and the Outpost Siege as well. And the mana, I got 4 Battlefield Forge, just because it's both colors, obviously. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mountains. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plains. So 23 total lands, 10 mountains, 9 plains, and 4 of the dual battlefield forge. And doing 1 damage here and there, it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you start getting multiple of these or get both of them out there and they're entering and leaving, it really starts adding up. And it's just a fun little deck to play with. Like I said, it's casual. I don't see it taking down any tournaments or anything like that, but I seen the Impact Tremors card and wanted to build around it and kind of abuse it, and Outpost Siege kind of worked good hand in hand. And if you need to, you can use the Cons ability on here at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card, and you can play it. So push come to shove, your hand's empty or whatever, you could use that ability if you've already got Impact Tremors and Outpost Sieges out there or whatever you need. It's the utility of it, but it's a fun little deck. I hope you'd enjoyed the video, and I'll play it against James and maybe give it a try yourself. And as always, we'll have more of stuff like this coming. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks a lot.